No.
Of course I would never call anyone a fag.
It is incredibly offensive and rude and discriminatory towards that person.
It's an extremely inflammatory term, mean-spirited, and absolutely inappropriate.
I think that people use the word because it's slang, and I think that that's true of a lot of words that actually have a literal meaning that people don't really think about.
I think it's been going on forever, essentially. I think anything that, first of all, allows people to label other people is something that I think younger kids especially, younger people especially, because of their own insecurities, if a kid gets a chance to label someone else as anything, you know, jock or band geek, or, I mean, there are a number of, you know, kind of stereotypical labels that kids put on each other. Those are almost always a means of building up their own self-esteem by tearing down someone else.
Probably one person said it as a joke or something, and then it just caught on and kept catching on, and now I think that a lot of people, when they use the word, don't really even contemplate what the literal meaning is. They just use it because it's a slang word.
I won't let kids use the term gay in reference to anything that isn't its originally intended meaning. So if a kid said, "Oh, we have a test tomorrow, that's really gay," I always stopped them. Even 20 years ago when I first started my career and people thought I was off my rocker, I can remember kids reacting, and I would say, that is not an appropriate use of that term. You don't use that term to mean anything derogatory or something that you're frustrated with or something that you think is, you know, unfair. That's not what that term is meant for.
Some people do use it with full knowledge of what it actually means and is intended to hurt someone, but I think a lot of the people that use it are just naive and don't really even know what it means.
I would think if a kid identifies as gay, then it's extremely offensive to that kid to hear derogatory terms, you know, that kid knows are targeted towards something that he or she feels, then certainly that kid will be affected by that.
You should really think before you speak, and I know you hear that all the time and you're told that since you were a kid, but it's valid, and it really would, I think, save a lot of the hurt that happens when you just throw words around when you don't really know the meaning.
I think it's up to parents and teachers and staff members and the community at large to continue to, you know, make it understood that that term is not appropriate.
It's just rude and discriminatory towards a certain type of person, and I don't think that you should be discriminating against anyone in that way by calling them anything like that.
To use a derogatory term, whether you're describing yourself or you're labeling someone else, is never okay.